Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about Harry Potter. The wizard economy. Is there an economy in the wizard world? Presumably there is. People have jobs, there's money. But how can there be a concept of wealth in a society where anyone can conjure anything they want out of thin air? Throughout the series, we see students, children, flying, changing shape, even traveling through time with relative ease. Is the spell for manufacturing cash really that complicated? The Hogwarts curriculum. The Hogwarts staff is full of colorful characters. There's Professor McGonagall, the Transfiguration teacher, Professor Sprout, the herbology teacher, Professor Snape, the potions teacher, and of course, the long line of unfortunate Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers. But here's a question for you. Who's in the English department? Who's the history teacher? Who's the chair of the mathematics department of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? Students enroll at Hogwarts when they're 11. Have they really learned all of the math and science and history and language arts they'll ever need by the time they get to the 6th grade? If the school was located in the hills of Appalachia, sure. But these kids are growing up in the UK. People there are smart, some of them. The ever-present mortal danger to children. This is stupid, but it's also one of my very favorite parts of the Harry Potter series. These are children attending a school that includes areas they are cautioned to avoid lest they face a painful death. They're routinely taught to cast spells and brew potions that could kill them and all their classmates if even slightly mishandled. It makes no sense, and it's morally reprehensible, but it's also usually played for laughs. And it's that black sense of humor that sets the Harry Potter series apart from the rest of its brethren in the usually all too serious fantasy genre. One movie too many. 8 films in the Harry Potter series. And for the first 6 episodes of that film series, the writers and directors showed great skill in chopping down the increasingly lengthy and dense books into films that were not only comprehensible to folks like me who hadn't done the reading, but were also pretty damn good. All of that went out the window when the time came to adapt the 7th and final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, for the big screen. Wanting to squeeze every last drop out of its cash cow, Warner Brothers decided that that final Harry Potter book would be made into not 1, but 2 films. The result, 2 films that, while they definitely both have their moments, are, unlike the earlier entries in the franchise, crammed full of superfluous characters and exposition. It's like everything from the source material that would have been left out had Deathly Hallows been 1 film, found its way back in order to justify the 4.5-hour combined running time of the 2 films. But the experiment paid off. Both Harry Potter Deathly Hallows films were huge commercial successes, breaking box office records. They were so successful, in fact, that the producers of the Twilight franchise have decided to pull the same trick. The final novel of that series is being made into 2 films, and Peter Jackson is also doing the same thing for The Hobbit, so thanks, Harry. Anti-Potter religious paranoia. I've had adults, real no-fooling grown-ups, tell me with a straight face that they don't let their children read Harry Potter books or watch Harry Potter films because they don't want their vulnerable young Christian boys and girls to be seduced by witchcraft. Now, let's just take a moment here to think about how incredibly stupid this is. In order to fear that your children will be harmed by witchcraft as a result of exposure to Harry Potter, you not only have to believe all the usual Christian nonsense about God and Jesus and the devil, you also have to believe that witchcraft, magic, is a real thing that poses a real threat to your real family. But you know, then again, the superstitious, illiterate Bronze Age Palestinians who invented the stories that are now contained in the Bible believed in talking snakes, so why not modern Christians? The hardest part is only picking 5. See you next time.